Well, this is a rabbit hole that could get very deep very quickly, and that is the state of, the police force, all of the different police forces in the United States, and it's not good. It's not good. My default position is, of course, respect law enforcement, respect the police, but I'm also a realist, and I know that there's a lot of people who are on police forces who have absolutely no business being there, who are unfit in myriad ways, where I'm, my previous stomping grounds in the central and mountain west of the country, there's a considerable problem with steroid use among cops. And so that's an interesting point to bring up. The steroid use amongst the cops, it turns them into rage monsters who are looking for target practice. I mean,
that would have been good in this case, to be honest.
Say again?
That would have been good in this case.
It would have been good in this case, but you can't have that. Speaking of something that we've been talking about on the blog recently is meekness, and talking about what meekness is. It's power under control. The steroided up roid-rage monster is not meek. He is not power under control. And in fact, all of that business of these guys who become cops who are on steroids, what is that about? Okay, that is just textbook somatic narcissism. If you've watched my diabolical narcissism video, you remember one of the first concepts we cover are the two types of narcissists. There are somatic narcissists, and somatic means things pertaining to the body, the physical body. So the somatic narcissist is the guy who's taking steroids because he's looking in the mirror and he wants to be muscular and so forth, even though you can tell them a mile away. They're just puffy. They're not ever cut or anything. You can tell a steroid guy immediately. So he's a somatic narcissist. And then the other species is the cerebral narcissist who's, in love with his own intellectual brilliance. And those are the two types. Okay, let's look at the roided up cops. Those guys are somatic narcissists. And they, what does that mean? What does it mean to be a narcissist? It means you have made the free choice to purge yourself of what? Love, charity, the virtue of charity. And look, we're right back. We're right back standing around outside of that school. Why wouldn't a roided up cop charge into a school like that, potentially? Well, if he's a somatic narcissist, he doesn't do it because the entire notion of self-sacrifice is predicated upon the ability to love. It's predicated on the ability to be willing to lay down your life for other human beings. And that is a species of love. And if you were a person who has purged yourself of love, you're not going to do that. So
despite the fact that you might have the physical physique that would be somewhat immune or enable you to recover quickly from gunfire wounds.
Indeed. And even aggression, which that word was specifically used in the movie clip that I posted, which actually came from you, Super Nerd. So thanks for that. That was syndicated in multiple different places around the internet, people that really struck a chord with people. And what the word the father used, the phrase that he used, in fact, was the gift of aggression. Well, the steroid guys, for example, they would have aggression, but it's not aggression coming from charity. It's aggression coming from the fact that they're completely steroided up. And so it's false in that sense. Furthermore, if the charity isn't there, if the virtue of charity isn't there, even in this incredibly masculine context, and that's, again, I mean, it's so sad that the infiltration of our culture has been made to paint charity as if it is an intrinsically feminine thing. And nothing could be further from the truth. Talk about something that is utterly transcendent. It's love. It's the ability to love that transcends male and female. And so it's just a lie that has been told that, only women really have this ability, this true ability to love. This is just a satanic lie from the infiltrators. Don't buy it for a second.